What is going on, guys? So we've covered a few Escape from Tarkov style game here on the channel, and we've covered basically everything. We've covered Arena Breakout, we've covered Lost Light, and we've also covered Badlanders in the past. However, when we covered Badlanders, the game was very clearly still early in development. It was missing a lot of stuff, and it just kind of looked very bare bones, especially when you compared it to Lost Light or Arena Breakout. But the developers have not given up on this game. They've kept updating it and adding new content and new features basically since the beginning of the launch. And one thing that this game has over Lost Light and Arena Breakout is the fact that it is available right now, and it is available on Android and iOS. Another advantage that this game has over Lost Light, for example, is the fact that there is a first-person mode right now. We've been waiting for a first-person mode to come to Lost Light basically since it first launched, and they still haven't even confirmed that it is coming into the game. So far, they've only basically said that they're thinking about it. But this game has the first-person mode ready right now. So if you've been looking for an Escape from Tarkov-style game, you're on iOS and you want something that's available right now, or you just wanted, a first-person experience in these type of games, well then Badlanders is basically the only option we have right now. And it's actually a pretty good option. Like I've already mentioned, the developers have not given up on this game. It's no secret that the player base was pretty small, especially when it first launched. However, the game has gotten consistently better, and because of that, the player base also has gotten a little bit better too. I've noticed that it was very easy to find queue times, especially here in the North American server, which was actually one of my main issues with the game a few months back. Basically, the North American server, especially in the first person mode, was not populated at all. It would literally take me like 15 minutes to find a game. Now the queue times are down to like 2 to 3 minutes. And I think it's because of the fact that this game has been continuously updated and continuously improved that people have actually noticed this, and people are now starting to go ahead and play it. They've added like a gunsmith where you can see in 3D your gun and all of the various attachments that you can actually go ahead and put on your gun and stuff. They've added new maps, they've added the first person mode, they've gone ahead and optimized the game so that it runs better. Before I couldn't even play at 60 FPS on my iPhone, and now I can play it on pretty decent settings at 60 FPS. They've gone ahead and done a ton. They've even added new animations, they've refined animations and stuff. The first person mode now looks amazing in the game, and it's slept on right now. Like right now, people just don't realize that Badlanders has really improved, especially since the early days. They've even gone ahead and listened to the community, and they added AI into the game. It's not perfect right now. Basically how it works is the AI actually rides around in a Jeep, and then if you shoot them, they get hostile, they get outside of the Jeep, and then they go ahead and try to kill you and stuff. It would be better if it was like Escape from Tarkov, where you have scavs just walking around the map and you have to encounter them and stuff like that. But it is a step in the right direction. This was something that was missing from the game, and then the community told them, hey, we want some kind of AI in the game, so then they went ahead and added their version. That's one of the key points here, is that they seem to be listening to the community when it comes to what the community wants and what the community needs from this game. They also have the ability to be able to sell your items directly to other players, or to be able to buy your items directly from other players too. Similar to how the black market works in Escape from Tarkov, this also exists in the black market in Lost Light. Basically, it's like a marketplace where you can go and post your items to sell them to other people, like real people, or you can actually buy items from other people too and stuff. So this game also has that player-driven economy to it, where all the items you find in your raid, you can actually go ahead and sell later. They're also coming out with new content all the time too. They're actually teasing a new map right now, and it looks like it's going to be a map that takes place in the desert, which is going to be really, really cool to see in this game. So it's not just, them refining the game as it currently exists, but they're also adding new stuff to it constantly to make it a little bit better. Now, one thing I do think that I need to say before anything is that the game is not perfect. I know a lot of people are still going to go, Arena Breakout is better, or, Lost Light still has more stuff or whatever. And that may be true, but the thing is that those games, again, are not available everywhere. Arena Breakout's not available outside of China, and Lost Light is only available on Android right now. So this is basically the only option we have for a multi-platform, meaning Android and iOS game. and it's the only thing that we really have right now if you want an Escape from Tarkov experience in the first person on Android and iOS. The game definitely still needs work. Don't get me wrong, it's not perfect. It's not, the best game out there or anything like that. But the main thing that I wanted to point out here is that it's improving. It's improving and they're listening to their community. And that's really rare nowadays in games. It's really rare to see games genuinely improving stuff based off of what the community wants. And I think it's because of that reason that we're starting to see players actually play this game a lot more. Some things I would like to see added into the game, though, are definitely more of a variety of guns because of the fact that there's very few guns right now in the game, specifically in the SMG and AR department. There's only a few, so I would like to see a little bit more of a variety in the guns available and stuff like that. I also think that it's very important to have server wipes in these type of games. If you guys don't know what a server wipe is, basically how it works in Escape from Tarkov is every few months they actually go ahead and completely wipe the servers. That way everyone's progress gets deleted and it goes back to zero. Now I know that sounds crazy, but the thing that this does is it keeps the game fresh. When you have these type of games where you can, basically play a bunch and you get a bunch of money and stuff like that, it starts to get not really that much fun because you basically go into every raid with level 5 armor and stuff like that, and you just go up against people that have completely maxed out gear, and that's basically your experience every single game, and it kind of gets a little bit repetitive and a little bit boring. So when they do these server wipes, it makes it so that everyone starts off on level 1, and it just keeps the game a little bit more interesting, and it keeps it from people being able to hog a bunch of money in the game and stuff. That way they can just go ahead with max level gear every single time. And another thing that I hope they end up adding is what I said earlier when it comes to AI just being scattered around the map. The idea of the AI riding around in the Jeep and stuff like that, that is cool, but I also feel like there are very basically isolated areas in this game where there's not really much going on and stuff like that. There's usually not players there and stuff, so it just feels very empty. I feel like they could definitely add some key locations to the map, and then they could add AI guarding that area. So they could add, maybe a laboratory, and maybe you can find really high level, medicine and stuff like that, but it's also guarded by a lot of AI. I think that would be a really cool idea to add to the game, and I think that it would also make it so that players have an actual reason to go to every specific area of the map. But yeah, guys, Badlanders is being improved basically every single week, and it's not the same game that you guys might have played back when it first launched earlier this year. It's definitely been improved. There's definitely new content, and the game looks really good now. That was one of my other complaints too, was the fact that the graphics looked a little bit too just basic and generic for the mobile platform. But now they're actually starting to get a little bit refined, and keep in mind this is on low settings. I'm not even playing on the highest settings possible, and the game looks this good. So they've definitely made some improvements to this game, and I definitely think that if you've been looking for an Escape from Tarkov style game and you want something that's available on Android and iOS and you want to play in the first person, well, Badlanders is your best bet. But anyway, that's going to be it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys think about it down in the comments below. Are you guys going to give Badlanders another shot now? Let me know what you guys are thinking. But with all of that being said, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one.